militarily and so on. That it didn't necessarily, the church didn't necessarily need a voice to come from that part of the world.
Well, I think it worked the other way. I think the assumption was you couldn't have a pope of a super. Shortly, when we get the name of the cardinal who's won, and the name they'll take as pope.
And as we see the American flag there in the crowd, South Africa next to it. Really quite extraordinary scenes. We are high up in our broadcasting position here above St. Petersburg, but we can feel the electricity of this moment, the atmosphere, the joy, pure joy of these pilgrims, I suppose, greeting the news of a new pope. Hello to you, welcome to the Vatican and St. Peter's Square here in the heart of Rome, where a new era is about to begin for the Roman Catholic Church. In the last hour, a successor to Pope Francis has been elected. White smoke was seen rising from a chimney high above the Sistine Chapel, much to the delight of the tens of thousands of people who gathered here, and indeed many millions around the world, watching this moment.
More smoke.
Well, the 133
It's open, the
cardinal
window.
electors had finally found one among them to lead the Catholic Church, and we are still waiting to hear who that person actually is. Very shortly, we hope, he will be walking out onto the main balcony here above St. Peter's Square, just over my shoulder, to greet the crowds and to proclaim his papal name and to move forward with the church. Our religion editor, Ali Makboul, is here with me. We didn't expect this to be so quick, did we?
Tsaka lalabas. Musok na eh.
Sunny early evening in
Aking
Rome,
mahaba kasi download ko sa YouTube.
First bits of white smoke started to emerge from the chimney of the Sistine Chapel. A buzz went through the crowd. It was a signal that a person had been chosen among the 133 inside the Sistine Chapel, that had come to a two-thirds majority. The bells of St. Peter's started to peal, which was the signal for anyone close to here to pour into the square to ultimately see the revelation of who had been chosen. We'll hear the papal name they will take. We'll hear about the direction that this church of 1.4 billion might take in the coming years, and of course who that new global voice will be. It has been an extraordinary, they want before that, but they get ready, and then we still won't see them immediately. We'll hear the protodeacon who will come out, first tell us the name of the cardinal who's been chosen, the name they choose to take as pope. They originally would take
those who perhaps felt that perhaps Pope Francis had gone too far in their idea of what a liberal church should look like.
Of that famous St. Peter's Basilica balcony, the red velvet curtain draped across it, and it is here that in moments we will be hearing those famous words, Habemus Papam, those words which will be spoken in Latin, or herald. Let me just interrupt you there, Madeline, let me interrupt
Oh
you there.
my goodness!
On that balcony,
It's open.
I think we can expect
Puti.
Dominique Manberti to come out and make the announcement, and there he is. Let's listen in.
Puti yung napili. Taga-France ata yun eh.
Annuncio vobis gaudium magnum. Habemus Papam. Eminentissimum, ac reverendissimum Dominum, Dominum Robertum Franciscum, Sancte Romane Ecclesiae, Cardinalem Prevost, qui sibi nomen imposuit Leonem XIV.
We are just hearing that the new Pope is Cardinal Robert Francis Prevost. He is the first Pope to hail from America. He is the first American Pope. There is applause amongst the audience now, amongst the faithful, and you can see the cardinals there gathering on the balcony. Robert Prevost was born in Chicago. He has lived in Peru, though, for many, many years, so he's also a naturalized Peruvian citizen. But this is an historic moment for the Roman Catholic Church. He's a 69-year-old cardinal. He was appointed by Pope Francis in September 2023 from the Augustinian order. Many consider him a moderate, a balanced figure. He's known for his solid judgment. He's known for his capacity to listen. He's seen as having many of the qualities a pope needs. It's important to underline, though, that Robert Prevost, Cardinal Prevost, has spent much of his life out.
Just looking down there, seeing the retired cardinals, the ones who couldn't vote. They're all down there. You see them with the red zucchini. I just spotted Cardinal O'Malley, the retired Archbishop of Boston, for example. There are various others there. Of course, they prepared them for this. They were part of those meetings over the last 15 days.
Who say he made some mistakes in that mission, Pietro Parolin, and Pope Francis indeed himself in his dealings with China, in his dealings with Russia as well. But we'll get to find out fairly soon. We're still speculating until we hear the name that is announced to the crowds in, we expect, the next half an hour or so. But we'll find out pretty quickly what kind of agenda we expect from them, or where their first visit might be. But as I say, Pope Francis set the tone very quickly indeed about
And there he is. Let's listen in. Pope Leo XIV.
è la pace di Cristo risorto.
This is the peace of Christ resurrected, a peace which disarms